Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 23 shows Kawaki going up against Jura, and Jura questions how Kawaki got so strong so fast. He's kind of like, I sense a greater strength coming from Kawaki than before, because before Jura could just one punch Kawaki and that was it. That was all it took. He knew that he wasn't really a big threat, but now after getting the upgrade from Amado, he's now able to sense it in him. And I think that the word sense is really interesting that Jura uses, because he could have just said that, like, man, he's a lot stronger than he was before. And now, sense could just mean that after the last time he basically knocked him out, and this time after coming back and hitting him, he just feels a lot more strength and power come from Kawaki's hits than he did before, you know what I mean? But it could also mean that there is a direct connection between Jura and Kawaki's karma, and I do mean specifically Kawaki's karma. If you remember specifically, I think it was Jigen that was siphoning off chakra from the Ten Tails and using it to fight Naruto and Sasuke and basically any big fight that was coming up. He would use his karma to take it away from the Ten Tails and then fight with it essentially, right? But then he transformed into Ishiki Otsutsuki and Kawaki lost the karma, but then Ishiki put, well, he didn't put another one. Amado put another one in Kawaki. But the line is still there, right? Jigen put a karma on Kawaki. Kawaki had that karma for a bunch of years. And then Jigen was using it to siphon off chakra from the Ten Tails. So there's a direct connection between Jigen, Ishiki, and Kawaki's karma to the Ten Tails. Now, after Amado created a new karma for Kawaki, or embedded him with a different one, or one that he could use for his own strength without Ishiki Otsutsuki attached to him, I don't know. But it is pretty interesting to think that there could be a line of energy between the two, between the Ten Tails that Jura has transformed into and the karma that was given to him by Jigen. You know what I'm saying? So with that line, maybe Jura will be able to sense other things about Kawaki, not just his power, but what other abilities he has, and that'll lead him to the Daikokuten. Now, what he would do with the information about the Daikokuten and Naruto and Hinata being in there, is probably nothing, and it doesn't really change the fact that he still needs to go after Himawari, but it could be interesting to see him learn about it and threaten to expose him, but I really don't see the motive in that, you know what I mean? And even if he did, I doubt anybody would remember or would even really care all that much at this point, especially if they're going to be going in a battle between the two of them. I guess it's more so like interesting if he could, but I doubt that's the direction that they might go in. Though it is still interesting to learn about, like, if there is a connection between Jura and Kawaki through the karma, if Jigen's connection to the Ten Tails, and then their evolution up to now, you know, see if there's any lines that could be crossed or that can be connected between them. That and the Ten Tails having Jura having any kind of memory of Jigen and anybody else before them, you know what I mean? So it's unclear whether or not what Jura remembers from being a Ten Tails. Does he remember Jigen? Does he remember Ishiki? Does he remember the Otsutsuki? I know he remembers Code, but that was only because he created them into the claw grime, and even that's, you know, we're not sure of, so we'll have to figure it out. It might come out later, it might not, but there is a line there. There could be a line there, I guess I should say, but I don't know, it's a little thin right now, and even if he did know about the Daikokuten, even if he did have a connection to the karma, it's still a fight that they still have to have, so we'll have to see. But until Chapter 24 comes out and we get any more new news, yeah, we're just speculation, just a theory here and there. But let me know what you think. Do you think that there's a connection between Kawaki's karma from Ishiki to Jigen that siphoned off from the Ten Tails chakra? Or do you think I'm reaching a bit? You know, let me know what you think. But until then, until Chapter 24, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,